Hey guys, welcome back to my channel and welcome to today's video. Today we are going to be doing a week of lessons with IEW. So this video is going to be filmed over a couple days. I'm going to show you how we use IEW in our homeschool. I have both a 5th grader and 3rd grader doing the year 1 level A. We are starting week 16. So I hope you guys enjoy this type of video so you can really get a good understanding of how a week of lessons work. Normally it takes us about 2 weeks to get through 1 week in this schedule, which is what I'll open up and show you. So this is my teacher's manual, but we also use Homeschool Planet, which has the lesson plans you can import into your schedule. And so I basically use this to go off of. And so we are watching or starting week 16, and then it kind of gives us our checklist. Watch part 1 of the video, review your KWO, your 3 paragraphs. So this is pretty much the same stuff that's in the teacher's guide. So let's open this up to week 16. So here is week 16. So it kind of tells you, the teacher, what you should be doing. If you read the books recommended by IEW, it would be Peter Pan, but we don't do that. And so here's week 16, the goals. There's 2 parts of the video. The first video portion is 25 minutes, and the second portion looks like it's about 15 minutes. Here's the goals, and then it breaks it down for 5 days, which, as you can see, those are those same little things. So watch part 1, review the structure, and so that is what you're going to see us completing over this video. Anything that the teacher does in the video, we get like a copy of in our teacher's guide. And then over here, it's like any handouts the kids are going to be doing. And so it really makes it easy having this teacher's guide. Each week there's always this checklist. So this is what your child uses when they are writing their paper. So this is everything that's needed in their paragraphs. And so I'll show you more of this later on in the week. Better, Mila? No? Yeah. All right, so my kids watched part 1 of the video. However, the first 10 minutes were the teacher going over week 15's papers. So he'll read papers from the students in class. Honestly, we skip those. My kids just don't find that entertaining or helpful. And so today's video was actually only about 15 minutes. Is what they watched. So they watched part 1. They reviewed the structure of how to write from pictures. So this unit that we're in on week 16 is how to write a paper just on pictures. So then they had to write a KWO. That's kind of like an outline for a paper if you're not familiar with IEW. And so that is what they did. And this is what that looks like. So in this example, they had 3 pictures that were given to them. So they have some people sitting on a picnic, they have someone playing soccer, and a dog and a bird, it looks like. And so they have to kind of outline just on these pictures like some writing prompts. So they're not writing like full sentences or anything. These are just kind of like ideas. So what is the central fact of this picture? There's 3 kids eating food. And then this is where IEW does start getting a little bit more creative. They can say whatever they want in these ones. Like they could say, you know, this paper, my oldest daughter, she decided to name them and what they were doing. And so that is how week 16 looks. I did want to kind of show you the different units that there are in IEW. So unit 1 is really about how to just make an outline. So the teacher reads a story and you just practice outlining. Then unit 2, we're still doing those outlines, but now you're going to rewrite your story from your outlines. Unit 3 is retelling stories. So it's getting a little bit more creative where you read a story like The Little Red Hen, which is a pretty common like tale of like doing the right thing, we'll say. There's different versions of the Little Red Hen, so they make their own Little Red Hen story based on the original one. Unit 4 is summarizing a reference. So like week 9, they had 2 different stories on 2 different deserts, and they had to write a paper based on that. And now we are in writing from pictures week 16, which I believe this is the last week of unit 5. So that they've already done 3 weeks of writing for pictures. So like week 13, it gave them a little bit more in the outline. Like they had the pictures, but they also had some keywords. And then as we moved on, now it's like, here's the pictures, you write your own story. So it is getting a lot more creative, independent. And then next week, like when we start week 17, we are summarizing multiple references. So again, it looks like we're getting some papers based on, like, these are 2 tortoise papers, and they're going to have to write a paper based on that. And then unit 7, inventive writing, which I'm not sure, I haven't gotten to that one yet. So there's a sum up of like everything that they're doing. So that is what day 1 looked like. So we'll say about 15 minutes is what we did of the unit video. And then it took them about 10 to 15 minutes to write their first outline. So 30 minutes we spent IEW. Tomorrow we're going to watch the second part of the video, and it looks like they do have to do another KWO, and I'll also make them start their first paragraph. So normally the writings require 3 paragraphs. So tomorrow they will do the first paragraph, Thursday they will do their final 2 paragraphs, and now they have their rough draft. Then they give it to me. I grade that, or not grade it, I review it and edit it, and then next week on Tuesday I will give that back to them, and then they will type their final papers, which you guys will see, but that is the process. So it takes us 4 school days to complete 1 week of IEW, which we only school 3 days a week, and we don't do IEW every day. It just depends. We at least do it 2 times a week, but like this week, I think we'll do it 3 times for this week. So it will take us, you know, a week and a half of our school week to complete 1 week from IEW. So this is wrapping up day 1. We'll check in tomorrow and show you day 2 of IEW lessons. All right, guys, it is now Saturday. So we did school on Tuesday this prior week, and then my daughters just woke up Wednesday and they were just sick. They were sick the week prior, and we didn't follow doctor's orders and rest. They were feeling okay enough to like be out and about and doing stuff, but I think it ended up catching up with them that they just needed to rest. So they pretty much took all day Wednesday and Thursday and were in bed just resting. So we did not complete our normal homeschool week, but here we are. It's Saturday. They're feeling better, and we're gonna do school today and tomorrow. So I'm still like showing you a week of IEW, just these are our normal school days. So today we're working on day 2 of IEW, which we're gonna watch part 2 of the video and start writing their first drafts of their paper.
Turtle became assistant instructor, sitting on the desk in place of the picnic basket. Turtle became the prop for the class.
All right, so this is what they completed for day 2. It's another outline. So day 1, they completed this outline. Day 2, they completed this outline. And so they're learning how to draw or how to write from pictures, but on this outline, it only gives them 1 picture. So they have to make up the first part of the story and the second part of the story to make sense of this middle part of the story. And so tomorrow, so day 3, they're going to pick either this outline or the outline they did on day 1, and they're going to start writing their first draft of their paper. And so that's what they're going to do tomorrow. They have to write 3 paragraphs. I edit it, and then they type it to finish it. So we'll do the draft tomorrow, and then I'll edit it, and then their next school day, I'll give it back to them, and they'll type it on their computers and print it out. All right, so we are on day 3. So now they are choosing either KWO or outlines that they finished on day 1 and day 2 to write their story. They're going to be using their checklist. And normally it says like which paragraphs to complete, but normally there's 3 paragraphs. So they're going to write all 3 of their paragraphs today. And then the next school day, they're going to type their final papers. This is the checklist that they're using. So every paragraph needs these things. So see how it has paragraph 1, they'll check off to make sure they have those. They have different things that they need to do, like with their name, their title, and then make sure that they're capitalizing, using punctuation, spelling, all of that. So this is what I use as well when I edit their papers. All right, so both girls finished their draft. So they have 3 paragraphs each. So they give all of it to me. Thank you. And when I edit it, I'm using the same checklist and making sure that they have everything that is needed. I'll give it back to them with edits, anything they need to do, and then they're going to type this our next school day. So they pretty much just did day 3 and 4, and then they're going to do day 5. So we did all of this in 4 days. So it takes us like 1 full school week and an extra day to. All right, so final papers are done. So this is my youngest. She decided to write about the picnic story. And so she has her 3 paragraphs all typed out. That was her checklist. And then her draft that I had edited. My oldest daughter chose the tortoise story, and so she has her 3 paragraphs, and then her edited paper, and her outline. So that is what a week of lessons with IEW looks like. It took us 4 actual school days working on this to complete the outlines, the videos, the drafts, and typing the papers. So if you have questions about IEW, leave them down below in the comments. I hope this video helps seeing a week of IEW lessons.